Alright, sorry about that, guys. My first video got cut off at the end because the maximum recording size had been reached. But anyway, before I got cut off, I was explaining to you guys that Shadow the Hedgehog was a game that was released for the PlayStation 2 and the Nintendo GameCube just a little bit over 12 years ago. I have the GameCube version, but back in... yeah, just a few months ago, I want to say, let me check, I have the, back in early November, I got this, and the story of how I got this was really interesting. Some people over at a GameStop who know me very, very well, someone actually came over to this GameStop who had this controller. Let me show you what it looks like. And it came in packaged. I actually cut the tape off shortly after I got it. But this guy told some people over at GameStop, they said, well, I really don't want this. Planning to sell this for like $60. If anyone wants it, they can have it. And they told him, and they actually said to him, well, we know one person who would really love to have this. I'm sure he'll be willing to pay you the money for it. And the person they were talking about was me. So I came on over. They told me about it. And about a week or two later, they told me about it. Told them I was willing. And then I want to say about a week or two later, early November, I came over and they had it. And I gave them the $60. They have since given they have since relayed the $60 to the person who sold it. So I want to thank this guy who was very nice enough to sell this to me. This is a big deal to actually have. I mean, this goes for in the hundreds, especially in its original packaging. But so for me to get it for $60, I mean, guys, I'm not kidding. I got this for $60 only. I'm very, very pleased to have it. I'm really not going to use it all that much because I really hate to damage it, especially considering it's a collector's item. But then there are some other things I'm proud to own. I have a lot of things that I feel very, very proud to own. For those who remember this old thing, this Wheel of Fortune game that Tiger Electronics released back in 1995, 1996 or so, I remember getting my hands on this for Christmas of 1996. I remember being very, very excited and very, very happy to have this. Now, this is actually another version I bought in an antique store. It kind of is, you can tell, it's kind of showed its age. A lot of the letters, especially in the top rows of the keyboard, have faded. I have the original laying around somewhere. I'll find it, but I just wanted to show you. I'm sure I have the original version sitting around somewhere. So I'll try and see if I can find that. But I have another version of this. The sound doesn't work. There's a lot of battery acid in the battery compartment too. But otherwise, it works pretty well. Now, although a lot of people may have had this, a lot of people probably don't know that the game also came out in France. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. A lot of people don't know that the game also came out in France and in Germany, but after you see this video, you will know for sure that they did. So I'm, being the big international Wheel of Fortune buff that I am, I'm very, very proud to own these. When I got the French version a little bit, nearly 2 years ago, it came in its original packaging, and it plays like a dream. The sound works. It plays like new. I mean, when I got it, it was new and packaged. It had been waiting nearly 2 decades just to open. So, like I said, the game plays like a dream. The German version, however, does not and got it. The German version I bought about a month and a half ago. It wasn't until a week ago today, today is January 19th. It came in a week ago, January 12th. Well behind schedule, and I also have a mailman that seems allergic to ringing the doorbell, which really doesn't seem to, which kind of wonder. It's like, was this game delivered only for it to be stolen? But it finally arrived, and all the worry just went away. The eBay listing, the seller on eBay said the sound doesn't work. When I got it, I wanted to be sure, just saying maybe the sound does work. But sure enough, it doesn't. But other than that, the game plays very beautifully. Now, about a month or two ago, someone here at YouTube asked me, I put a video of the French game, you can see that on my channel. Someone actually asked me in the comments if it can work with an American cartridge, if the French game can work with an American cartridge. And I really wasn't too thrilled about doing that, because I spent a lot of money as it is. Both the French and German games are very difficult finds. Even on France's and Germany's eBay, they're very difficult to get your hands on. They're rare enough finds, but the German version is a slightly better find than the French version. So I kind of just said, you know what? After the day I got the German game in the mail, I decided to check this American cartridge on the German version, really not expecting much to happen. Well, actually, I said, well, maybe it will work. Maybe it just contains puzzles and nothing else. And put the cartridge in, and much to my amazement, it worked. I was able, the puzzles and the categories were displayed in English, both the puzzles and the categories. Now, the displays below the puzzle board still show their native wording and wheel values. The wheel values on both the German and the French version are different from the American version. So if you want to play the German game in English, you just have to know what these buttons do, and then you're set. If you know what these buttons do on the American version, if you know them by heart, playing this game will not be a problem. It's a really nice game, really nice versions to have. If you have an American cartridge and you want to get your hands on a French or German version, get one. Get one. You can play Wheel of Fortune in a few different ways, which is nice. So I'm very pleased to have these three games. Now I will show you guys some more in a later part, but that's what I wanted to show you for now, and I will start taping the third part of my January 2018 update soon. So I will see you guys then.